Good morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you?
Fine, sir. Fine, sir. How are you, sir? Hope I'm audible to you.
Very clear, very clear, very clear.
So we
Thank
will
you.
straight go to the session. There are the entire community is waiting for you. So on behalf of ICT Academy and behalf of the entire academic community, so far we have 3,045 educators joined. Hopefully we have 4,000 plus joining in the next 2 to 3 minutes. And all our higher education educators from across India. And no, this is a Sky Campus initiative which we thought we will help educators to learn some and get some inspirational messages from senior policymakers and industry leaders during this lockdown period. Dr. Punia, who is the vice chairman of AICTE, last week we had an opportunity to listen to the chairman, and this week we have an opportunity to listen to the most eminent academic leader, Dr. Punia. Sir, I will leave it to you. I know all the entire participants is waiting for your address. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, dear. Thank you very much. First of all, I'll congratulate whole ICT team with same energy and enthusiasm. They are working for the betterment of whole country. I think since last 3.5 years, we are connected with this whole ICT team, and they have done wonderful, wonderful work, in fact, throughout the country for improvement of technical education, maybe teachers training, maybe skilling part. And in northeast part of the country, we were having tie-up with ICT Academy. They have imparted training to the youth, skilling part as far as in IT areas or in some mechanical engineering, some production engineering, those areas. They have connected many of these students, and not only imparting skills, not only imparting soft skills, but finally connecting them to industries for their employment. So it was a great help, in fact. Then some program we have conducted, Mr. Siva may also be there, some program we have conducted in northern part of the country, particularly the dropout students who are 10th or 12th dropouts, for them providing employment into the industries. So hundreds of industries ICT Academy has connected with the AICT. We are grateful to them. At present, we are having tie-up with them for the state Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir, again, they need help. Now many changes are coming, a lot of confidence building in that region it is. So we are having one very special scheme. It is in the name of Prime Minister Special Scholarship Scheme. Under that scheme, we are bringing students from that area and putting them in technical education in this part of the country. Not only in technical education, even general education also, including medical, nursing, everything. Every year, 5,000 students we are picking from them. Their whole expenditure, their fee, their stay, their food, everything, it is borne by Government of India. But because 5,000 is a very small number, and the number of youths which they are expecting, which they are dreaming for, the skilling and these employment opportunities throughout the country. So we are tied up with ICT Academy. They are joined hands with all together with us, and many of these students, even of general education, BSc, BA, BCom, they are imparting skill-based education to them so that they can be converted to useful human resource and they can serve the nation. And not only in our Indian environment, even throughout the world, they should be able to deliver, they should be able to prove, they should be able to bring laurels for this country. So those sort of efforts which are being done, I'll congratulate whole ICT Academy. At present, as far as AICT is concerned, we are responsible for regulating this technical education in the country. Very large technical education system we people are having. When I'm saying technical education, it is engineering, it is management, it is pharmacy, it is architecture, it is arts and crafts, design, every sort of education. If we are combining all together, it's very large. Probably it is largest in the world. Every year in technical education, we can accommodate around 3.2 million students. Every year, new students we can accommodate. That much infrastructure in the country, it has been created. Probably it is more than the population of Singapore. But target of ours is the students who are entering into this technical education, they are having huge dreams in their mind. We want they should be groomed in such a way so that they can be the best suitable persons of the society. And because this education system, if you see, since years, since centuries, we were dominating in whole world. We were having Nalanda University 1500 years back, around 70 countries, students used to come here for the purpose of education. So same sort of confidence building in the students we want. We want that the students who are being groomed here, they should not only be useful for our Indian environment, our Indian conditions, for our Indian industries, our Indian research organization. They should be able to prove anywhere in the world. Total world's population is 7 billion. Out of 7 billion, we are around 1.3. So if I'm doing a small calculation, 7 divided by 1.3, if I'm doing, the figure which we are receiving, it is less than 6. It means every 6th person on this planet is an Indian. And we want they should be able to move anywhere in the world. Our values, our traditions, our sanskaras, our behavior, our transparency, our dedication, our sincerity, every attribute which Indians are having, our graduates are having, they should be able to compete, they should be able to deliver, they should be able to prove that we people are something different. And in lieu of that one, if they can bring dollars for this country, then when dollars will be coming, our infrastructure, our educational infrastructure, our health infrastructure, our general infrastructure, roads, everything will be improving. So our target of AICTE as a regulator, it is that the environment in our universities, environment in our institutions, it should be changed in such a way that our graduates should look something different. They should not be average. They should be dominating in whole world. That type of environment, that type of curriculum, that type of ambience, that type of training, skilling, everything we would like to provide them. Challenge which we are having, the large number of students who are entering into this technical education system, same number are unable to get acceptance in the society. Many of the students are unable to get jobs, they are unable to become entrepreneurs, they are unable to become innovators. Probably the type of environment which is needed, still it has to be improved. And it's a challenge. If someone is graduated, if it has grown through technical education system, when it has come out, if he is not getting acceptance or if it is becoming unemployed, then it will be very difficult to manage that boy or girl. If someone is uneducated and if he is unemployed, probably he'll be spoiling only one family from where he is originating. But if someone is educated, highly educated, and if it is not getting acceptance in the society, then it will be very difficult to manage that boy or girl. So our target is that this young population which we are having, on which we are having proud, we are saying India is a young nation, around 50% population is less than 25 years. But same time we are having a challenge. If they are just like human being, if they are not getting converted into human resource, then there is no use of this one. And not only academic institutes can convert them into this useful human resource, all sort of role everyone will have to play. The industry's role is very, very important, because finally product is meant for them. They'll be serving them, they'll be helping them. So the type of bonding, the type of understanding, the type of relationship which it has to be between academic institutes, between we regulators, between industries, there should be a strong alignment. And probably the time which this coronavirus it has come, and India is the country which is less affected, probably it has not entered at all in our country. If you see the population, if you see the proportion, so it's a great opportunity for us. It's a time now, it's a breathing time, it's time for energizing us, it is time for rethinking us. If all people on a common platform, if we can sit all together, if we can plan now the future, what exactly tomorrow we'll be doing, after 1 year what we'll be doing, after 5 years what will the shape of our country, what sort of human resource we'll need. So certainly the situation of the country can change. AICTE has started many initiatives now to helping our academic institutes. We are saying that we are not just like regulators, we are enablers. We would like to enter into our academic institutes. We would like to empower our students. We would like to empower our teachers. We would like to empower our infrastructure. We would like to have a strong connect of our industries with our academic institutes, and that sort of role we would like to play. So I'm saying the biggest challenge which we are having, it is acceptance of our graduates. If they are not getting acceptance, then it will be a serious challenge for everyone, for parents, for teachers, for industries, for everyone. It will be a challenge. Many a times we are discussing with industries also. Even ICT Academy, they are helping us in internship, in aligning our curriculum with industries, making some academic inputs from industries. So in all sort of areas, we are trying to connect us with industries. I'm again extending my sincere thanks to whole ICT family, that they are playing a very positive role. So when we are discussing with industries, we are asking why you are accepting, why you are not accepting our graduates. So first blame which they are putting on us, they are saying your students are fundamentally very weak. The way you are teaching them in classes, the way their confidence building, it has to be the way they are being trained, the way they are having learning. So that learning is just like mugging. They are unable to apply that concept. They are unable to comprehend those concepts which they are having. So they are saying fundamentally students are quite weak, please improve that. Second one, they are saying the current developments they don't know, means your curriculum is outdated. They are blaming on us that Honorable Prime Minister of India is planning to have a train, bullet train, which will be moving from Mumbai to Ahmedabad, and speed of the train will be 350 kilometers per hour, and certainly it will be designed and developed by our graduates only. The coaches, the bogies, the suspension, everything, the rails, it will be designed and developed by our graduates. But the contents actually which we are delivering to our students, the way we are educating them, we are teaching them steam engines. So the 30 years back, the curriculum which has become outdated, those contents we are delivering, and we are delivering because we teachers have studied that. So we teachers are not ready to change ourselves. That's again a blame on us. So what AICT has done during last 3.5 years, we have revamped whole curriculum. We have put industries in our panel. We have put the prominent academicians of the country in our panel. All sort of the outdated contents which were there, we have removed them. Even number of credits, which earlier it was 220, now it is 160 only. Sufficient space it has been created for these students, so that they can have some time, they can think, they can innovate, they can re-energize, they can align them with the latest requirement, they can work in a team. So those type of changes in curriculum, in the delivery part, in understanding part, even many competitions we are putting, many problems in terms of Smart India Hackathon, we are giving to students that you please provide the solution of this one. So whatever knowledge they are acquiring, the application of that knowledge for helping the whole community, for helping the industries, and that faith industries will have to have in students, then there won't be any gap. So bringing industries nearer to the academic institutes, nearer to the institutes, that's our target. Industries are saying practically your students are very weak, even they are unable to read engineering, drawing. Their analytical abilities, their critical thinking, their problem solving abilities, their team building capabilities, their managerial skills, their willingness to learn, even the attitude part, they are saying they are becoming highly materialistic. They are discussing about only about packages, and we accept also that probably that type of environment we couldn't create it. Even when students are coming after class 12th in our classes, first question when they are meeting with teachers, first question when they are asking, sir, I've taken admission in this particular branch, after 4 years what package I'll be getting. It is not bad that they are asking about the package, but it's very bad when first question they are asking from the teacher, they are asking about the package only. They are not asking what responsibilities they have to shoulder, what exactly they have to deliver for the betterment of in this whole universe. So that's a gap. The industries are saying students are very much keen in white collar job, in IT based areas, in core areas of industrial development. They are not keen in mechanical engineering, production, metallurgy, chemical. They are not interested at all. Their commitment, their stability also they are blaming. And they are saying your teaching is unidirectional. They are blaming on our pedagogical aspects also. Industries are saying just you are delivering without knowing how much they are grasping, what they are able to deliver. Industries are saying after 4 years you are giving a mark sheet. On a mark sheet you are putting that CGPA of this student is 8.5, this particular branch this student is having those sort of marks you are putting on the mark sheet. They are saying we are not interested what CGPA they are having. We are not interested in what branch he has been graduated. We are interested what exactly he is able to deliver. That we want, what commitment he is carrying. So those sort of suggestions which are coming from industries we should implement. And even the changes in teaching which we are having. Earlier the teacher was dominating in every class. Whatever knowledge he was having, he was pushing towards these students. But at present now, the whole teaching, the behavior of teachers, behavior of students, everything it has changed. The mechanism of teaching it has changed. Now students are pulling the knowledge. Knowledge is spread everywhere. They are pulling. Role of teacher is just like a facilitator. If they can guide them, if they can mentor them, if they can tell them that this sort of knowledge is available at this particular site, at this YouTube video, at this NPTEL SWAYAM, that itself can be a wonderful role. So now role of teacher also it has to be changed. It is not all teachers teaching concept. And even industries are saying your students are not dreaming. They are saying they are just like sleeping. You are unable to create the interest inside the classes. And that's true also. Our academic results are also quite poor. When students are entering into the academic institutes and when they are going out, that number is very much different. Very less number the students are graduating. It means they are failing in between or they are being dropped out. And it seems that we couldn't create the interest inside the classes. Even they are blaming on our assessment system also. Industries are saying you are assessing on the capabilities of the students, that how much they can mug. And all sort of questions you are putting them where only learning is important, where remembering is important. You are not asking them that how that knowledge can be applied, how that knowledge can be further enhanced, how some creativity it can be brought into that knowledge, and finally how that knowledge can be converted into some wealth. So knowledge to wealth concept industries are saying. Then they are saying there is no partnership between teachers and students. Strong partnership in the institutes itself, it has to be built up, and that partnership, it has to be continued up to the industries. Industries are saying we don't want to employ only student, even we would like to employ the pair of teacher and student. Both they should become our partner. Teacher may not be in terms of regular employee, but with students, he should also come as a strong mentor, strong helper to that student. So students can do wonders when they are into the industry. So deep learning outcomes, deep friendship with teacher and students, it has to be smart classroom concept which it is coming. They are saying every institute now they let to bring this type of concept. So even industries can deliver their lectures from there itself. So the concept of smart classroom, they are suggesting that there should not be any gap. The students should not feel that I'm inside the industry or inside the class. So that sort of connect, it has to be established. So during last 3 years, the changes which we have done on the basis of the recommendations of the industries, we have changed the whole curriculum. I'm saying according to that curriculum, teachers are being trained not only in the core skills of their areas, but how teaching it has to be done. First of all, they have to understand what is the role of the teacher in the society, what parents and students are having, what expectation parents are and students are having from the teachers, why they are very important for the betterment of the society. So that sort of training policy we have brought now. Every teacher will have to do 8 modules before becoming the authorized teacher in technical education. How instruction planning it has to be done, how it has to be delivered in the classes, how question paper setting it has to be done. And for students, when first time they are coming into the colleges, we have brought now a concept of induction program with the help of IIT BHU. Every student will have to go through one induction program, one orientation program for 21 days when there is no regular classes. Just they'll have to have friendship with the environment. They'll have to understand that why I'm in this technical education, what I'll be after 4 years, what sort of relationship I'll have to have with my colleagues, with my teachers, with whole institute, with my alma maters. So that sort of environment we would like to create into the institute, so that students should have confidence. Mandatory internship policy now we are having. Every student will have to go into the industries for 6 months. ICT Academy has created one portal for us where industries can put their requirement of internship. Students can register on that one. That portal is also becoming quite popular. We are registering industries on that portal so that their requirement about internship, even if any problems which they are having, if it can be solved by the student, by UG students or our MTech students or even PhD students, if those problems can be taken and those problem solution of those problems, it can be provided by the student. So then strong bonding between industry and institutes will be. We have brought the examination reforms. Now we won't be testing the remembering part of these trends. We won't be asking that how many wheels this car is having. We'll ask that there are 3 wheels in the car. Why 3? Why 4? Why not 2? Why not 1? So those sort of comprehension component into the question paper we are bringing. Every institute will have to sign 5 MOUs with industries. The accreditation by National Board of Accreditation, it has become mandatory. After 3 years, we won't be giving any extension of approval to any institute if they don't have accreditation. Under the guidance of, under the leadership of our Honorable Chairman, Professor Anil Sastry, many new initiatives we are having. We are having Institute Innovation Council. We are having MHRD Innovation Cell in AICT, where we are helping the students for innovation, helping if they are having some idea and if it is being converted into useful product, we are giving funding for the betterment of the rural areas, for developing the economy of the rural area. We are having Vishwakarma Awards, PMS scheme, I said, for teachers' leadership capabilities. We are having tied up with UK government, UK India Education Research Initiatives we are having. So teachers are being sent to UK also for grooming them for the leadership capabilities, academic as well as administrative. Many quality initiatives we have taken where we are giving funding to the institutes for promoting their research, for modernization their labs. Even if students are going outside India, even up to 10 lakh rupees we can give to them if they are participating in any competition. If teachers are going out for their research work up to 6 months, we can help them. Financial support we can give to them. If they are attending conferences, we can give money. We are having now concept of Margdarshaks. If some senior professors are willing to help any institute, up to 50,000 rupees we are giving to those senior professors, that you please join that institute as a mentor, not full time, just in a month 4-5 times you can go, you help those institutes. So financially we are not in a tight position. Only we need strong willingness from the institute side so that they can come forward for the betterment. On universal human values, we are having concept. One subject we have kept on universal human values. Many programs in the country, even this corona period, online programs, how the role of a student, role of a teacher in the society can be recognized to them through this universal human values program. What sort of relationship individual will have to have with family, with society, with the environment, with whole universe, how they can change the world. And so through this universal human values, which is a mandatory subject now, every student will have to go. And many teachers, I think more than 20,000 teachers, it has been trained in this subject through online and offline mode. Exam reforms, I said, there is a strong policy. It has been created by KLE University. Professor Ashok Setter was the team leader for this one. And no remembering part in the question paper. Around 36% question will be asking from understanding. 46% of the knowledge which students have acquired, how it can be applied. 46% questions will be from application part. And for testing the analytical abilities of the students, 18% question will be through project, seminars, through the internship. That very high end of learning of critical thinking part, problem solving, that will be tested through that one. So many training programs are going on for teachers, how question paper setting it has to be, so teachers can take the benefit of this one. And nowhere teachers will have to spend a single pie for that one. Most of the programs are being organized by prominent academicians of the country. They can take benefit on our web portal. All sort of the calendars are available. Please do join online, please do join offline according to your ability. We want every teacher should achieve excellence, and not only achieving excellence, they should sustain that excellence. And after sustaining that excellence, today I may be very excellent in my subject of electronics engineering, but the way things are changing, this sustenance of excellence is quite difficult. Every day is a new day for a teacher. I should be a lifelong learner, and that excellence which teachers have got, the sharing of this it has to be final target is our students should touch to, we should be able to touch, and we are trying to recognize to our teachers they are very special. So I'm requesting to our teachers that please love this profession. We people are something different. We are responsible to change the whole shape of this globe. We are the team leaders. We are earning enormous respect from everyone in the society. So every day when we are getting up early in the morning, first of all we should be able to extend our sincere thanks to God, that God, you have created, you have given this responsibility to us. First of all, we have taken birth in India, we became Indian teachers, and we are serving the nation by serving our students. That sort of confidence in teachers will have to have. We are the highest paid probably in the world. Highest paid, I'm not saying in terms of dollar, but in terms of respect, if it is calculated, we are highest paid in the world. So that's why I'm saying we are thankful to God. Teachers, I'm saying very special, and the teachers training policy which we have brought, it is only on this concept. First of all, I'm saying we teachers are quite strong autonomy we are having. Teachers are highly autonomous inside the class. When I'm as a teacher, I'm everything, I'm just like a king. Whatever knowledge I'm having, no one is stopping me to share with the students. I'm able to bring out the capabilities of the students without any hindrance. Even principal, head of the department can't interfere in my functioning inside the class. So autonomy inside the class is a very strong. Second one, many ops are there, summer off, winter off, every alternative day we are having holiday. So that's time for us to recharge us, to understand us, to groom us in such a way that we can play a strong role for this whole universe. In fact, so those ops which we are having, we are making ourselves as a we are bringing ourselves as a new person on the next day. So that's the advantage of this profession. Second one, our job is highly secured. If something very special in my personality, if I'm having even up to the age of 85 years, no one can stop me till I'm having ability to breathe. That till that time, I'm getting acceptance from the every person. Even the students 30 years back, which has been studied by our help, today they are touching our feet. So that much confidence, that much secured we people are in the society, in financially, and our confidence is quite high. We are very conducive to our family. Our children are studying. If my wife is a faculty member in any academic institute, so all we are aligned. So family life is very healthy. Of a teacher life is quite good. Always we are staying younger because we are surrounded by young students. We are affecting the future, past, present, body, mind, spirit, everything we are affecting. And every day we are having humor inside the class. If 60 minutes class is there, 60 times inside the class we are laughing. So great humor, life of a great humor we are having. We should enjoy this one. We should respect this one. And teaching help you learn a subject. Every day will have to learn, then only we'll be able to deliver inside the class. Now many option students are having, always they are updated. If you are not updated, and if I am entering class, even student may not allow us to stand in front of the students. So every day is a new day for us, and learning is our motto. So in our subjects we are becoming very strong. And students' success is happiness of a teacher. The student to whom I'm teaching, if he's getting failed, if he's not getting success, it means I failed first. Same is the situation when they are getting success. So when students are getting success, it means I have success before that one, and we are able to bring out the potential of the students. So all sort of strengths which teachers are having, that we have brought in the form of our teachers training policy. It is available on SWAYAM platform. All those modules now it is mandatory. Every teacher will have to register for these modules. In 6 months they'll have to pass these modules, and particularly for new teachers who are entering into this teaching profession, they'll have to go mandatorily for this one. Even teachers who are having less than 5 years experience, they'll have to go through these modules. After passing these modules online for 1 month, they'll have to go into the industries. It is intensive of the teachers. First time we have brought this one. Teachers will have to be trained inside the industries, particularly the subject which he is supposed to teach. And after that one, he'll be coming in the class, he'll be teaching, but under the guidance of a senior teacher. So like this one rigorous program of 1 year we have made, and then on the basis of success of all these 3 components, the online 8 modules plus 1 month internship, and then mentor teaching which they are having, on the success of all these 3 modules, teachers will be getting certificate authorized teacher of AICTE Academy. So it is in the name of NITTT, National Initiative for Technical Teachers Training. At present, around 30,000 teachers have been registered on this portal. NITTT Chandigarh is registering these teachers. Both options are there. Even you can register on SWAYAM platform, or you'll have to register on this NITTT Chennai portal. Then we are having AICTE training and learning academies, where on the emerging areas, 9 emerging areas we have identified, starting from artificial intelligence, data sciences, robotics, machine learning, cyber security. So in those sort of areas where future is. So last year around 10,000 teachers has been trained by AICTE's experts on these emerging areas. This year 500 programs we are conducting. 88 programs are going on online. It is going on, where many industrial experts are also connected. They are imparting training. So how in emerging areas, which will be the demand of the future, how we can become ready, make ourselves ready in the form of teachers, and then finally to students. And 75 topmost institutes in the country, it has been identified by Government of India, one scheme in the name of ARPIT, of different subjects, the e-contents they have created. Say IIT Roorkee has created in civil engineering, IIT Bangalore has created in education, some institute has created in civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering. Those sort of modules, online modules, are available on ARPIT. Teachers can take the benefit of that one. They can take the certificate of those faculty development programs, and those faculty development programs are in fact certified by AICTE. So while teachers will be promoted, those certificates can be utilized for that purpose. For the students, many online contents we have tried to bring on a common platform. At present on this website free.aicte-india.org, around 49 different products are available on soft skilling, on communication skills, on coding, on artificial intelligence. Many these contents are available, which has been developed by private edtech companies. We are having now partnership with private people, and those contents we are using for the purpose of students on this common platform. These contents are available. Students can take benefit of this one. Another scheme which AICTE has brought, it is parallel to SWAYAM. It is in the name of National Education Alliance for Technologies, but not conventional type teaching, not conventional type of subjects, for enhancing the employability of the students on the basis of their learning abilities. The concept of personalized learning, concept of adaptive learning, using this artificial tool. And 13 companies came forward, edtech companies, they came forward, they put their contents on this portal, and we are saying they can charge according to their policy, because when they are created those contents, they have spent a lot of money, they can charge, but 25% coupon they let to make free. So the advantage of this neat platform can also be taken by students. And for socially backward, financially backward students, we are allotting those free coupons through AICTE. So our target is this public-private partnership, which is in the form of NEET, probably the dream of Honorable Prime Minister of Make in India. I think it will be strengthened in time to come. And the concept of artificial intelligence, it is there. So through artificial intelligence, it will be tested that what exactly student needs, what sort of contents he needs, and how he is progressing. His academic progress is also being mentored. These companies are registered with on our platform. They're 13 companies and their products are 45 plus. So here this portal, some free products are also available, so students and teacher can take benefit of this one. That I said that the needy students will get 25% free coupons on this one. The efforts which we have done during last 3.5 years, 4 years, according to one survey, our employability is getting enhanced. The curve has started to go up. Earlier it was being said that students are less employable, acceptance is less, but during last 2-3 years the curve of employability of these students, it is enhancing. It's a good sign, it's a positive sign. Probably in time to come will do wonders. Again I'll be extending the whole ICT Academy. The resource persons who are connected here will guide us, will mentor us, and will join hands the initiatives which we people have done and suggest more initiatives what can be done. We are very flexible, we are ready to best wishes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much for your inspiring message. So once again, I thank Dr. Punya on behalf of the entire academic community. And